Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm super excited you're each here today, each and every one of you. Whether you're new or checking us out for the first time, or you've already recently subscribed, or you've been with me a really long time. Welcome, welcome. I love you all. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me, maybe doing a little crafting. So guess what day it is? It's Merry Monday. Woo! Yep, it's that time. It's time for me to start my Christmas. I really didn't have time to get much fall done with all my health issues and everything else that's been going on. So I'm having to move into my Christmas or I will not get done in time. I've got a lot of things to do for the shop, kits and things that we want to get out, market boxes, all kinds of fun things for you guys for the holidays as gifts to yourself or to others, as well as things for you to use in making your own Christmas stuff. I have to start now so you can do it when you're ready, right? So today we're doing a Merry Monday, and it's a kind of a stack your stash day too, because the project we're doing is a good one for stacking your stash. You don't have to just use Christmas papers. No matter what I show you on a Merry Monday, you don't have to just use Christmas papers. You can use regular papers to make the exact same thing. So if you're not into Christmas yet, just take the idea and use the papers that you have and all the ephemera that you might have. Okay, so it doesn't have to be Christmas, but I am going that way because I've got Christmas projects I want to do and I need ephemera for it. So we're going to start with that. Alrighty. So how are all you guys? Are you good? Everybody's safe? I know a lot of lives were lost in Florida and other places that, well, I don't know exactly what areas, probably maybe South Carolina and some of the other states where there was all that horrendous hurricane. I know there's another one coming up the ocean there and who knows, right? So I have a lot of friends in all over and a lot in Florida, and dear friend that I have known since kindergarten lives in Georgia, and they got hit pretty hard, but they made it through. They had 9 inches of rain and 40-mile-an-hour winds and some damage, but they are both safe, so I'm happy with that. All right, so today I don't have a name for this yet. I'm going to call it 4-pocket folder ephemera. I don't know. We'll come up with a name. There'll be a name on the title of this, but when I'm making it, I don't have it titled out yet, and I haven't taken pictures because I haven't made one. I just made some tests. I did a test one just on a piece of paper to kind of see how to do it. And so here you go. So I'm going to set some things that I want to use off to the side. And I'm going to tell you what it looks like. So when you open it up, this white one's hard, the cream one's hard to see. It's folded. So this would be your front. You open it, you would have more pockets or decor. You'd open it up and you would have pocket, 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 pocket. So there's 4 pockets here. And I don't have it glued because I wanted to do it with you, which we will do together. But I will show you how I made it, and then we can do our thing, right? Okay, so there you go. I just realized I wanted a, excuse my arm, I wanted a bit, 1.5 inch punch. So, okay. So first you do is you get yourself a piece of paper. It can be a digital kit. It could be scrapbook paper, but this is 8.5 by 11. I would imagine, I have not done it yet. I don't know if I have one available. I haven't done it yet with scrapbook paper. Trying to think if I had any big 12 by 12s out and available. I know last year I had, I'm going to have to go look at my stuff. I haven't got everything out yet. I've been trying to drag out all my Christmas. But anyway, I don't have my big, do I have my big scrapbook paper pads? I need to finish a sentence. I apologize. This one just came in, and we could maybe do it out of one of these. But let's try the small one first. Then we'll experiment and see how this looks with a big 12 by 12, right? Because I have tons and tons of 12 by 12 that's single-sided or double. Now, this is printed on both sides. So, and it's printed in kind of a coffee color style. So that's perfect. We could actually, sorry, I seem all over the board. I'm not. My brain is always going 100 miles an hour, you guys. You know that. You know it's always going. I could do it in just like a regular scrapbook paper like that. We can test that. We'll test that. I'm looking for one that's like non-directional. That's kind of directional, isn't it? But I guess Well, yeah, that might work. Okay, we can start with that one. All right, let's try 2 different sizes. No measurements, super easy. I never thought about the scrapbook till I was talking to you guys, and I went, oh, we could do this in 12 by 12 too. So let's try it in both sizes and see what we get. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your paper. This is 8.5 by 11, and you're going to fold it in half, long ways. And you want to try to get it as close to perfect as you can. There's no such thing as perfect in our junk journal world. We just go with as best we can. Then the next thing you're going to do, and you're going to want to burnish your folds so that you get them nice and clean. Then you're going to take this and you're going to bring it down. And you're going to fold top to the bottom. Again, as neatly as you possibly can. Now, this probably isn't cut all that straight because this had little bitty white edges, so I cut them off. And once I do that, you know, that kind of, they're not so perfect after all. This isn't like a printed edge-to-edge paper because my printer doesn't do that. Okay, so we've folded it in half. We fold it in half again. Then we're going to turn it, and we're going to open it up. And then we're going to take the right side to the center, and I have to put it where I could see it. Not quite to the middle, not all the way to the middle, almost to that first fold line there. Guys, I need one more. It was too bright in here, so I closed some of the blinds, and then I just realized too dark for video. There we go. Now I can see. You guys probably can see because the camera will adjust to you. It just doesn't adjust to me, right? So let me see what our time's at. We're already 6 minutes in. We're all right. Okay, so then we're going to turn it around and we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to fold this into the middle, not quite to the fold line because you want to have a little space. Try to get your lines nice and clean. Then you're going to turn it like this because this is where your pockets are going to go. Oh, this open edge, okay? But to get these little guys, whoops, I've got scraps. So I've decided I need a little goodie for scraps, a little container, so I can put all my little scraps in it. So now, in order to get this, we've got this. We want to cut out a little square, and you can make those pockets as big or as deep as you want. It's totally up to you. But what I thought I would do is, because I want them the same, I'm going to take and I'm going to fold that over here like this, and I'm going to cut them together. That way, now you want to make sure you can see your lines on your paper. If you cannot see your little fold lines, then you can ink them. Okay, so we're like this. We've opened it up, and this is where we're going to cut out 2 little strips. Okay, so I kind of like how that is, but you can draw yourself a line. Now this little one here, for those of you who like your measurements, this is 1.25 inches. So, and it's just going to go to the fold line. So whatever that is for you. And what I want to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this side to that side, because those are both where we're going to cut it. And this way they're going to be even. And I'm going to find however deep I want it to go, which if I wanted to hold it up here, okay, so it's about there. You're going to pick it out. It doesn't matter how deep, how small or wide you want that. Make sure they're together though. Okay, now I didn't cut this one, but I will. Somehow I missed this. I didn't go all the way through. I don't know how that happened, but it did. All right, now see, you've got this. You've got the same thing. That's pretty good. I just guessed. Made this one a little deeper, but that's okay. Then you're going to fold it in half again, and now you're going to take out your pockets. This way, I mean, you want like a thumb notch for the pocket. These are bigger than a thumb, though. This is a little bit bigger. You try to get it even. Punch it out. And like I said, I'm just going to have this little thing sitting by me with little scraps in it while I'm working on my Christmas things. Pull it back up. Look what you got. Isn't that cute? And then it'll fold to the middle like that. So they all fold in. Just thinking fold, fold. Okay. But we folded it out to get our cuts, right? So you have that one and you have this one. Now, if you're going to stack your stash, I recommend You go through and you do every piece just like that. Then you go back and decorate if you're going to decorate or if you're just going to put them in your stash, right? So it's totally up to you. I'm actually going to use these. So I want to, because I want my work is very Victorian at Christmas, very old world. I don't do too much contemporary, but I do have contemporary scrapbook pads. Boy, do I. I went crazy this year. I don't know what I was thinking. I already had a ton from last year. I really didn't need any more. But there were a couple I saw that I was like, I have to have them. So I am going to use them. I'm not going to hoard them because I have a habit of hoarding. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the corners. You know how I love my corners cut off. I love corners. I'm going to do that on this one too. I'm going to go through and ink everything. So I would do your cutting, your trimming, your corner rounding, and your inking. If you're going to ink, you do not have to. I use it for dimension and age. Now, if you wanted, you could have a tiny little thumb notch there if you want consistent look. I wonder how that would look. Let me see. I want to see if this will work. Or what it'll look like. We'll do it on this one. Find my middle. Oops. Those I'm not going to save. Yeah, that looks cute. I like that. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and ink a little bit of this. Anything I think is going to show. And then we'll glue. And we'll decorate. So we're into Merry Monday already. I apologize. I did not get to finish any more fall projects. I may try to scoot a few in with my Christmas ones because I am going to be doing a big, large, giant folio, holiday folio. I don't want to tell you what it is yet because I'm trying to keep it under wraps. But I will share that with you very, very quickly here. We're going to be moving on to that folio. And it's a 4-fold folio with pockets in the works. I make them every year. And every year I have a theme. And this year I have one too. That I'm hoping you're going to love as much as I do. Well, I guess I could tell you. When I was a young girl, I was a ballerina. I think I told many of you this until I was 16 when I wiped out my knee. I was supposed to go to either San Francisco or one of the other companies. I was in a dance academy in Los Gatos, California. And I wanted to be a professional dancer. And I wanted to dance for San Francisco or New York or Chicago, one of those big companies. Anyway, I was on point and stuff. And I had a ski accident. I went with my boss at the time skiing and wiped out my knee, and that was the end of any possibility of ever being a dancer. I'd already been, I was already a seamstress as a young girl because my mom was one and she trained me. But that was, something I did for love of it and for friends or whatever and crafted for friends. But ballet was my love. So anyway, when I was a young girl, I danced in the Nutcracker. I had 2 different parts, and I was a page to the Sugar Plum Fairy and a mouse to the Mouse King. And so I've always loved the Nutcracker. That is my favorite thing. So if you could guess, I'm not going to come out and say it, what my theme will be for my big folio, but it's going to be a beauty, I hope. In my head, it's beautiful. Whether it is in person or not, we'll see. So I really can't wait to get started on it. I'm going to do Merry Mondays, and it's going to be like quick little ephemera. And then we're going to do a project of some kind, which is probably going to be the folio. Oh, this doesn't want to come out. It's cold in here. It was cold last night. Dropped into the high 40s, believe it or not, because we got the fog from the coast came in. It was we had two-leaf fog yesterday morning, which was Saturday morning. I'm filming this on a Sunday. What I'm doing is I'm closing up a little bit of these pockets. Otherwise, everything's just going to slide all over the place. Why am I having difficulties? I just refilled this literally yesterday, Friday. I refilled this bottle. There we go. Maybe? I don't know. You know, it's funny. And now it was thick and now it's thin and runny. Yuck. Okay. Well, we'll get it. I'm going to put that up. Who knows how the pockets will close themselves? I don't know. I know I have to go down this side here. Hopefully you're not seeing me. I just had my hair pulled back in a ponytail today. I'm hot. It was warm. It's cold in the house, but I woke up just hot. And so didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We had an earthquake, 4.4. Oh my gosh, 4.4 magnitude. It was a shaker and a half. The weird thing is I had been asleep. I woke up and I had an idea. And so I ran into the studio to check something for my idea. And I was standing at my big cutting table in the middle of my room. If any of you have ever seen my room video, you know there's a big cutting table in the middle. Well, I standing there and I thought, gosh, I must have bumped the table. It's moving around. It feels really wobbly. Well, it was the beginning of the earthquake. Then I heard it because then it gets loud because everything in the house starts moving. Oh my goodness. The floor went, it was it was a shaker and a roller. We get different kinds here in California, but it was not far away. It was very close by, which is unusual. It was in Moss Landing, which is at the coast, and that's very unusual for us to get one there. But we felt it. I can't imagine what it was like over in Moss Landing, though. Woo, itself, you know, where this epicenter is. And I don't even know what fault that is, because that's not we're normally on the San Andreas fault, so I don't know if that's part of the San Andreas or not. I got to look it up. I have some research to do. Okay, so that's all glued together. Pocket done. Now, if you went over the, pardon me, I have the hiccups. If you went over the edge, you're going to get a little mess there, and then you got to trim it and kind of give it a little. Okay, now this one, I did not cut out the little pieces, and I don't like it as well. I need to be honest with you. I love when you put in the little thumb notch, you know, but you don't have to. It just shows you could do it either way. So I'm going to see if I can get this together. I don't want you to think I'm disorganized. And I don't want you to think I don't have confidence in my work. I do. I do have a very tough illness or two or three or four or five that I have to work with every day. So some days are better than others. And on Friday of this last week, this is Sunday, you'll see this Monday. So Friday, my brother-in-law, Ben, of 53 years, he was my brother-in-law for 53 years, passed away unexpectedly. Yes, he's been ill, but we all thought he was going to be around a bit longer, and he went to sleep and did not wake up. So my big sister lost her husband. We always called him Benji Bear. He was a big guy with a big dark hair and beard when I met him. I was 8 or 9 years old when I first met Ben. So I didn't have any brothers. So to me, he was my big brother. And so needless to say, I am grieving for him right now and for her, because they've been together for 53 years. And then longer, because they met in college at UCLA, and he was he was already a doctor. He has like 4 or 5 PhDs. He was one of the top dementia minds in the country, top IQs, like one of the top 10 IQs in the whole USA, maybe the world, I don't know. Brilliant man. But about 15 months ago, he had a stroke and left him with no memory, no nothing. I mean, his memory was not good. He couldn't remember things. And for a guy who was just brilliant, it was torture. He had to learn to do everything all over again because he had a massive stroke. A few months later, he needed a bypass. Well, they did a stent because he had a blockage. Then they ended up doing a heart bypass. And he got through that. But when he finished that heart bypass, they found out he couldn't breathe after his bypass very well. No, did he have a bypass? No, he had excuse me, I'm sorry. He had a valve replacement, but they did it arterially. They did it in the lab, cath lab. And he got a new valve, and he was doing well, but the problem was he was having trouble breathing. They couldn't figure out why. Well, they found out he had a rare lung disease that he had developed. And so He was in the hospital with an infection. He came home, thought he was okay, and he suddenly just passed away. I think the infection must have damaged his heart, his new heart, all his new work. I don't really know what the ultimate cause was, but he passed away on Friday. So, yeah, I'm missing him a lot. He, when my little grandma Horn passed away, her name was Tessie Horn, my parents were busy with the funeral, and I remember him taking my little sister and I under each of his arms and hugging us and comforting us. And we used to have these Friday, Saturday night dance parties. We listened to Ray Conniff and Herb Alpert and just all these wonderful big bands, and we would dance, and he would, you know, clap and cheer us on. Sometimes we would all dance together. Sunday barbecues, you know, I remember out in the patio playing ping pong. And when we were little girls, I adored that man. He was also the godfather to Jolene, my daughter. So yeah, we're all grieving over him right now. Now I'm looking at this and I'm not liking the hard edges on the corners. It's easier to close when you don't have these hard edges. So if you'll forgive me if I do seem a little discombobulated and I'm not quite all here. I miss words because I've just got so much on my mind, but I wanted to come and do a video for you. I've been anxious to make these. They're fun. I thought we'd all have a good time with them. And so I came on, and I know that you guys would want to hear what's happening, you know. And latest news on my puppy, Kingston. We do not have a home for him yet. We really want one for him. But there was a lady who was my neighbor up in the next court, and she was going to come and see him because she had lost one of her dogs, and she thought he was just going to be the best thing for them. Well, her husband said he wasn't ready for a doggy. He didn't even want to come meet him. And so it's not a complete done deal. Pray that he changes his mind. It's been 5 or 6 months, but that he changes his mind and he wants to take on the puppy. So we'll see. But he's a sweetheart. I love him. I'm having such a good time with him. Now I have all these cute little cards that would be great in here. These are Tracy Fox cards. This is her Festive Compendium MK5. This was what year was this? 2022. So she's had this out for a while. Some of these are backed and some of these aren't. That one is. But these aren't. So I may want, since I haven't printed on them and I really want to get them cut out. And this one's I decorate with, I think. And I would decorate with these for sure. So actually, I was going to put, on the outside here, I had the wild idea to punch in a circle and put a little cellophane over it, you know, so that you had an outside circle on one of these. So I may do that because I thought these circles would be fun, but we could still put it on top, right? We don't have to put it inside. So if I'm going to glue these on and they're not going to go into anything, I probably don't have to back these, I'm thinking. I wish I thought to put these through the printer. I know these I couldn't put through the printer because I'm already missing one. I think these would be great in there. I'm just looking at all the different ones and seeing like what would be pretty on or in it as like a tag or a journal card. There's so many cute things that goes with this. I just don't even know what to do. A little undecided. I think this would be great to decorate one. But you know what? Before I do that, I'm just going to grab a piece of coffee dyed paper. Now I had someone ask me about coffee dyed papers and about putting them through the printer. Would it smear, you know, if you coffee dyed after, say you printed this and then you coffee dyed it, will it smear? Well, I think if you immerse them, yes. I think if you just brush them or spritz them, you would be fine. It depends on how much ink your printer puts down. Now, I would, if you're really into coffee dyed paper, I would get some done or make your own, however you're going to do it. Make sure they're good and flat. Then print on top of, maybe print your cards on top of your coffee dyed paper. And that might be a great way to do it. I am not a pro at that because I prefer to buy my coffee dyed paper from someone because I don't have time or really anywhere to do that. So, I mean, I have a big kitchen, but anyway, not my thing. So I think I just buy it. You know, there's a lot of, I think Triple V Vintage, Inked Paper Art, and my Vintage Polka Dot Shop, Emily. She does, I get my papers from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. I get them from Inked Paper Art, and I get them from Triple V Vintage. So all of those gals have wonderful shops that you can go get what you need. You know, you don't have to do it yourself. So did I just throw that away? Goodness. Okay, that's probably okay. I'll tell you, I have been cleaning and straightening and working in my studio and all over my house, trying to get things put away, put back where they belong. The house has gotten to be such a disaster after we put in the new bathroom, the new shower. And we didn't put everything away because the shower isn't done. They put 2 towers, one on each side in the corner. Pictures are on Facebook. And the showers, they cut them too short. The towers in the shower, they cut way too short. So they're supposed to be below the windowsill. Well, they cut them the step too high, and they added another step that I didn't want, and so they were supposed to get us some new towers. Well, we've not heard from them. They said 2 weeks. 2 weeks is up. We still haven't heard from them, and so my hubby's got to get on them and say, what's going on? Are we still getting these, or did you decide against it? Because we have not paid them for the other half of the job. We've only put 50% down, so I sure don't want to lean on my house because they didn't do the job and didn't come get the payment either. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those not great things. I'm going to let that dry for a minute, but I am going to cut this part off because if I need to back anything else, that'll be perfect, right? So we'll just put that up there. Okay. Oh, I also want to cut some of these circles out because there's some really pretty circles here. And the one thing I have figured out is that you got to get, you know, the circle cutter in there. If you can't get close enough, you can't really get your circles cut out. So. All right, we're letting that other one dry. We're going to get out our 2-inch circle punch, which I believe is what this is. And I'm looking to see what I have here that I might want to. Oh, I love this one. Let's put this on there. I love circles. You know, I love to work with circles. One of my favorites. People are so intimidated with circles, and really you don't need to be. They are easy and fun. If you don't have a circle punch, just draw around a jar, a can, or whatever you got and cut. And I've shown many videos on how to cut them, but if we cut any circles, I'll show you again. Because I know many of you are brand new. A lot of you have been with me a really long time, but I also have a lot of brand new to journaling, brand new to crafting, just brand new. And many of you came over from my Instagram page, and I thank you. I totally appreciate each and every one of you who came over from there and have started watching me because you like my work. But if you came from another crafting genre, scrapbooking is a good mix of probably a lot of the things you learn to do, but it is its own field, not like anything else you're used to doing. And so we do things a little more. We don't measure everything. We're not into perfection. If we make a mistake, it can be fixed easily. Not everything has to measure out perfectly. We do a lot of by eye. So if you're like have to have everything perfect, you can do it that way, but you don't have to, is what I should have said. So I'm just cutting up some things to use in here. I would like these tags in here because once you get this decorated, oh my gosh, they're going to be so cute. You can use tags, you can use whatever you have in your ephemera, but I already had Tracy's stuff in the folder and these papers that I was using are from Tracy Fox, so I thought, well, why not keep with that theme and keep on using them. These are the cutest little tags. Rachel at Roxy Creations also has tons of darling Christmas tags. I have so much of her stuff. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. I just need to cut it all out. Get ready to go. Oh, here's another one. I almost threw this away thinking this was scrap paper. The day my brother-in-law passed away was a tough day for my daughter. Her husband passed in September. Just 2 years ago. So this was her second anniversary without him. And so it brought back, losing her uncle, godfather, brought back some stuff for her. And she had to go to a funeral that same day for one of her best friends' grandmothers, who she knows very, very well. So it was a rough day for her. It was a rough day for me too. Lots of memories when I was a little girl and with Ben. And not one of my favorite days, I can tell you. Okay, sorry, I left you there for a minute. All right. I just wanted to kind of get some things ready so we could decorate. You know, if you have a few things that you can just put in and go, it's a lot more fun. Now, these cards are a bit too small. I thought they would be just right, but they're just too little. Well, they would be okay over here. Yes. Okay, so that would be okay on the ends. I think that would be really cool. I'm going to need to cut some more, but I think actually the journal cards might fit better too. Let's see how these guys go. And these guys are already printed on the back, so I don't mind them. And no, I did not have time to pre-cut anything. As you know, if I have to stop, pre-cut, measure, do all that, then I don't have any energy left, with my energy being so low, to do a video. So it's either I do it on the video or I don't do it at all. So that I have to work with the limitations that I have. I haven't printed this kit in so long. It's been 2 years since I printed this kit, and I've reprinted and reprinted it because I just love using it. And you know, the one thing I realized, you guys, I only have 3 different makers that I have a lot of consistent kits from, and that's for Christmas. That is Happiness and Crafting, a little bit of Tracy Fox, and Rachel at Roxy Creation. Those are the gals that I have all their Christmas stuff, and I really don't have a lot of other, and my daughter, of course, from A Jewel Design, but I don't have a lot of other Christmas kits. I was looking, and I have like the bunny one that I got last year, like have like genre ones, like from different bunnies, and there's a Fairyland one for Christmas. You know, there's like a themed one, but as far as just Christmas, vintage Christmas, I either used them all, I haven't found them. I've got, but I have tons of scrapbooking ones. Yikes. So, oh my goodness. All right. So we've got some cards to play with too. I don't want that one. I don't want that. This is the other one I want, because we can round these corners and pop them in. We don't have to decorate every little bits and piece, but I kind of wanted to decorate up the actual pocket. Let's see. I don't know about that one. Some of these cards I really like. Some are like just so-so. They're okay. Here's another card. Oh, I have these. And then I've got circles. Okay, so we've got a little bit of everything. Plus we have these. I think that these would be lovely on these fronts. I'm trying to figure out what I want on the front of this one. I'm just testing out what I want to put on here. I think the birdie. Maybe on that one. And then maybe, or the bells. I really love the bells on that one. Wish there was another one that was a little more decorated. Do I have another one? Let's see, what have I got? Oh yeah. how come I didn't punch these out? I don't know. Plus, I haven't made a video in a little bit, so I get very discombobulated when I get back. I got to get in my groove. So if I make a bunch of videos in a row, you tell me, oh, I loved that video. And I think, oh, yeah, that's because I've been making stuff consistently and my skills are there and I don't have to think real hard. Whereas everything, plus you have to realize I haven't made a real Christmas video in months. So not even a Merry Monday one. So I'm a little rusty in the Christmas department. And I don't have everything out yet. I'm still looking for things. So I'm trying to figure out what I want on the cover. And the birdie with the ladies, that's kind of pretty. That one's got purple. I don't mind that. You know what? I don't mind that purple one over here. I actually like that over there. Maybe we could put the ladies on this one. I really like the bells, but there's just not enough bell there. Well, these things are cut out for us to use all Christmas long. So although you've had to sit and watch me cut them out, which Rachel does the same thing, and so does Gail, we all do. We're getting to a point where we just don't quite have enough hours in the day to do it all in one fell swoop. Okay, I see things. I guess we'll try one at a time. How's that? That might be easier. Oh, I don't want you guys to think I am disorganized today. I'm sorry. I'm very disorganized. Remember, we were going to try that fold with the big 12 by 12. So let's try it. So we're going to make it long ways, which in a 12 by 12, there really isn't a long ways, but we're going to pick one. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to fold it down like we did on the other one. Corner to corner if we can. Nice and neat, hopefully. Because that's going to make how it goes, affect how it goes together. And then we're going to go to the middle, but not all the way to the fold line. You're going to leave just like a scant 1/8 inch maybe or less. And then we're going to fold this one into that line again. Try to line up your bottom where the fold is. The tops we can trim, the bottom you can't trim because that's your fold line. There you go. Isn't that cool? So then you put your pockets in and you've got a really cool pocket you can use inside one of your journals. We would cut our little piece out here and we punch out that. So yeah, that would be darling. Oh, I love that paper too. So you see, you can do it in Christmas or you can do it in your regular papers. I think the tough part really is getting the little rectangle that we cut out of here, is getting it straight. Because you're cutting it by eye. You could measure it all out and make sure it's perfect if you need to. Now, the only bad part is you have, this is white because it's single-sided. Now, if this was a double-sided paper, you would have the back side already for you. But we can certainly ink it, or we can stencil on it, or we could line it. Lots of ways to do that. So this is one of my little tricks that I use, is putting them together so you get even thumb holes. Your pockets are even, your cutting line is even. You're not wondering, well, did I mess it up? Because you cut them together. So you're going to get that perfection that you might be looking for. Of course, if it's crooked, then it's crooked on everything, but that's okay. It's consistent anyway, right? And there, see? So we would ink all that, or I can come through, because there's all these words. I could stamp this. I mean, there's just a number of things we can do with that. But I wanted to show you what we would get. So I guess that's going to be in my to-do box. Yikes. Okay, so let's move on now. Sorry guys, I'm tired. Did I tell you when I was standing in the studio, it was 3 in the morning when we had the earthquake. Then I couldn't go back to sleep. My adrenaline was running high and our internet was out. So I really couldn't watch anything on my iPad because my iPad was not reading. It should have gone to 5G and it didn't. The only thing that would go to 5G on its own was my phone. So it was just one of those nights and I am beat today. I was looking to see if something would look cool behind that. I like this. I like this. Got a little thought here. This is a great little kit that Tracy did. Now, you don't have to use these with that. Of course, I have a ton, and I mean a ton. I'm slowly been getting out my Christmas of bits and pieces. So, whoops. Goodness. I don't think I need those for anything, do I? Oh, throw them in the box. I want to do these corners. Let me get my little bit here. Oops. Sorry, making all kinds of noise there. I just wanted my tiny little corner rounder. Okay. Yeah, I only slept a few hours last night, so I'm pretty tired. I slept in my chair, not my bed, so I'm definitely not. Then I went back to bed once I woke up. I slept for about 4 hours in my double wide chair with the ottoman. And then I went to bed at about, I think I slept from 3:30 to 7:30 on my little chair. Then I went to bed and slept until, I don't know, 10 or 10:30. I'm not sure. No, I don't like that. That just does not cut it for me. Okay, well, we tried. But it might look good with one of these other ones that I was going to do. So I was thinking for the other cover, let's see if one of these can come together better than another. You know, I'm just struggling along here. I'm going to have to get a little envelope for all these pieces I'm cutting here. My little plastic envelopes that I use. I keep everything in. I either use the little CD cases for the smaller bits and bobs, or I use plastic envelopes that are, I think, 6 by 10 or something like that. I don't know. They're pretty good size. See, I was thinking something like this. Not on this one. Where's the other one? No, that doesn't look good with that. But it might look good with this one. I know someone would say, oh, you're always fiddling around. You haven't decided on anything. It takes you forever. Yes, it does. That's why I don't like to do stuff on video. Okay. I mean, that would be cute. So there's a million things you can do to decorate. That's what I'm doing, is I'm giving you ideas how to decorate your pieces. Oh, I have these ladies. Ooh, boy, they're pretty. I just think they're too pretty for this paper. They need to be on something more elegant. So what I might do is maybe not decorate these, since I seem to be just fussing around. I just don't seem to be able to get it together, but I really wanted to show you how I made these. So let's try one more thing. I don't want to give up. You know, that's the thing. Someone says, oh, you know, it took you like 20 minutes to decide on something. And it was like, well, yeah, because I don't want to give up. I don't want to say I can't do it. I want to make what I have work, right? Because we all just only have so many things. And even though I have tons and tons of stuff, I don't have every single thing I want. That is for darn sure, but I give it a good shot. I try. I actually have to not buy anything else. Okay, where'd my little piece go? Did I just throw that in the garbage can? You guys saw me do that before, didn't you? Where'd my little bells go that I just... Oh, there it is. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Yes. I'm getting there. Like, that's really cute. With a little doily behind it. Wouldn't that be darling? Okay, I think I found it. Please forgive me. I'm, you know, don't watch the video. Maybe if this is not for you. Or fast forward. Fast right through, forward right through my confusion, my struggle. I have plenty of confidence, guys. I'm just exhausted and I'm grieving. So if that's unforgivable, then, you know, maybe I'm not for you. And if I am, then just join in and make these. These are so cute. They're so easy. I could make 100. You can see how much I want to keep making and making. It's like I'm not even in the mood to decorate today, and you know how much I love to decorate. But today I'm just not in the decorating mood. Sometimes you're just not. You're just like, I'm not. You know, I got some, where did I put my doilies? Are they still here? Or did I move them out? I might have moved them out because I just don't have any more room. I bought red doilies, mini ones. Might be too much if I did that, right? I think so. Let's see about just using like a little doily. There we go. Okay, now you're learning something, right? There. We got it. There, we got it. See? You waited a minute. You might have missed that whole thing. All right. Your nutty friend here. And then I want a little lace or a little, oh, you know, ta-da. All these meshes, which we have a bunch in the shop. We have holiday meshes in the shop, so go and look, guys. We got a ton of them. I'm not even sure what's in there anymore because they come and go pretty quickly. They come and go. Oh, here's a green. I was looking for a green or red maybe. Do I have a red polka dot? I know I do. I just don't know if I have any in here. I have that one. I got bits, little bits, and then I could cut bigger pieces. Oh my. There we go. All right, now we got it. See, once I get going, I'm okay. Really, I'm fine. It just takes me a while. It's like my engine's... I'm not young anymore. My engine takes forever to crank over, I'll tell you. What about you guys that are older? I don't like the red on the green. Ugh. That's not doing it for me. Alrighty. I thought I had it. I know what I want, but I don't know if I see it. Oh, yep. Come here, you. It's caught. Net just hangs on to each other. See? Everybody's like hanging on for a ride. I'm going to put the gold on that. And then I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to put that on there. Yes. Okay. I know what I want to do. Now I'm going to make that smaller. We have a couple of different kinds of gold, but I don't think we have this exact one because it's something I got years ago and I don't even know where I got it because I want more and I don't know where to get it. So, and I keep looking online for it and I can't find it anywhere. And then you decorate here, you decorate all the pockets. Whoops, that is upside down. It's a good thing I checked that. And you decorate the inside of your pockets. You can put like little journal cards in there. Will these go in? No, because I did crazy with the blue. I would think if I trim these on the sides, it would go in. Yeah, by rights it should. No, we're just playing with decorations. All the things you can do. You can put journal cards in there. You can put tags in there. You can do all kinds of fun little goodies with it. I highly recommend you round the corners to put things in pockets. It goes in easier. The little corners tend to get caught on every single thing you do. Now this might be fun outlined in green or red, and I do have those inks. I will have to dig them out so that they are ready to go. But this is my first foray into something Christmas. I wanted to get going, but I wanted something easy that you could stack your stash with as well. So you don't have to decorate to stack your stash, right? So you can just do your thing. See, there we go. See, I told you I could do it. I did it. Yay! And then you just put a little tab on there or whatever you want, or you could leave it sticking up. You could turn this into a tag if you wanted to instead of rounding the corners. I'm going to cut some more of those cards out, didn't I? Yep, I did. Here's another one. Yep, we have the same issue. And you have to open that up a bit. You're not ripping it, but sometimes it just fills itself up, and then it doesn't hurt to straighten these out because I did cut them by hand out, and you know, nobody's perfect. I try to be as straight as I can. But as Rachel at Roxy Creations would say, I have a crooked eye. Edith Scrapbooking with Me also says that, so I think I'm in a good company with those gals. I like the bigger one for these. Let's see. Get a little bit deeper curve. Let me see what time it is. Oh, we got about 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. Maybe we could finish it. I don't know. I'm just slow today. Okay, let's go up here. I hope you will forgive me today and not take it as, oh, she's, you know, this or that. I'm just grieving and I am tired, but I wanted to see all of you. I miss you. And I know many of you, you don't have anyone to craft with. And if you were at my house, we would be talking about all this. We'd be sitting around the craft table talking about at our tables, talking about, you know, all the things going on in our lives, our husbands, the loss of our family members, our puppies, you know, our Christmas gifts we're making, getting ready for the holidays, what journals we're working on, you know, what our friends are doing. So that's kind of the idea for this channel, was just to be your company. You're my company. I'm hanging out here with you while you're crafting or cleaning your house or laying down, resting, whatever's happening with you today. And just looking to see what I had for different cards. You know, I've got all kinds of goodies here now. So, boy, do I. I've got a few things. I got a few too many things going here. All right, so let's find our front. I would like to finish that. I do want to at least finish the front of this. Let me get it glued on. The glues are cold. No, it's not their fault. We're in that crazy time of year where it's hot during the day and cold at night, and my studio stays pretty cold, and I have the air conditioner on when it's hot. So really this room's in a pretty cool state all the time. Sorry guys, my thumb just cramped up. Couldn't get it to work there for a minute. Scared me. Ooh, that was scary. I don't know what's going on there. Let me get some water. Hold on. Maybe I'm talking too much and not breathing. You know, I have that habit. And I used the Fabri-Tac 3-in-1 or Beacon, whichever you have, because I am using a net on the back and I'm putting paper on it, I will use my Fabri-Tac. So those of you who are new, you always want to know, why'd you choose that glue? That's why. And I still have that netting down, so I'm going to keep using this glue. Gosh, I keep getting a cramp in my thumb. That's a weird place for a cramp, isn't it? My goodness. Probably didn't drink enough water either today. There. Cute. Oh, got more ideas. They're just coming in now, hot and heavy, right? All right. Isn't that cute? I mean, you could add a little bit of lace. You can add, oh yeah, I have that bitty lace that I found some stuff the other day. You know, it was nice when you go, I've been cleaning. I've been doing a lot of organizing and cleaning throughout my studio, my office, my whole house. Putting things away, and then also like getting rid of things. Oh, do you like my new ring? Isn't that pretty? That was part of that. Remember I was telling you about my husband's birthday party? I mean, not birthday. For my birthday, he gave me a jewelry party, meaning he bought a whole bunch, you know, and he had said, oh, pick out what you like. And I said, oh, I like this one and that one. Then he told me, oh, you can have everything. Well, this was one of the pieces. Because he knows how much I love costume jewelry. And the real thing, of course. I have a lot of the real thing, but it's fun to have costume jewelry to play with. Uh-oh, that broke. Oh, no. I don't know if I have any more of those little rubber bands. I have a little dish of stuff like that. Do I have any more of those little rubber bands? I don't think I do. Oh, no. I think I used them all. Oh, well. No, I don't have one. Oh, my. Oh, well. That's okay. Oh, I got this cute green one too. That might be good on the red one. Or somewhere in there. Who knows, right? I think I'll leave those out for right now. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of organizing and trying to find my Christmas stuff mainly. Oh. And then when you turn that over, I always turn it over to trim it up so I don't cut the folds. I can see where I'm going. I mean, there's no guesswork when you do it that way. When you flip it over and you trim it, because you can see what's hanging over your folds. And then if you really wanted, you could add a bow. Let's see. I don't know if I have any bows in here with the pearls on them in the bottom. Or if these are all, whoopsie, these are all just plain, I think, plain red bows. And I think that bow is kind of big. Well, I mean, kind of out bigger than that, huh? All right. I have little gold ones too. Those are cute. There we go. That's kind of Christmassy, right? I have red bows with pearls, I think. Let me check my time. Oh, I'm just about done, guys. I'm sorry it took me so long to get going. I apologize. But I promise that the next Christmas videos will be better because I will have had a chance to warm up. And I can't get my bows out. Oh my gosh, I'm having a day. Apologize. I know I shouldn't do videos when I'm tired. That's what someone else said. Don't do videos when you're tired. Okay. You may not see me. I'm always tired 24/7. So yeah, this one has a little pearl in it. I guess I should pull out the few I have left. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure I have more red pearls with red in the middle of them. But they're in my sewing studio because I used to use them on my dolls all the time to decorate with. So there's a good chance that those are there. You know, the fun part about Christmas is that I was looking for my Christmas confetti. You can add sequins, you can add bows, you can add bells. I mean, there's just, it's never ending. And I have a lot of it. So I will be doing that as time goes on. I think I'll just put the little, I like the little bow there. So I'm going to put that little bow in that corner and that'll be the front. And the next time I see you, I will show you these all decorated up. I think I showed you everything that I decorated in my last video. You saw things in the flip of that beautiful vintage floral journal. I haven't had time to send it out to its owner because I got waylaid there with the loss of my brother-in-law. So it'll go out soon. You know who you are. I will try to get everything to you all together as soon as I can. Things just keep piling up around here and I'm not able to get what I want done. Actually, that's why I quit selling my stuff, because my health is so iffy and I can spend weeks in bed and get nothing done and have things made but be unable to get them shipped out. So I kind of stopped selling my work for that reason. So if I owe you something, it's coming. I promise I will get it to you as soon as I physically can. Get it mailed out. It takes quite a bit to get stuff mailed lately. There's a lot of steps with, you know, the post office and everything, weighing and measuring and all that good stuff, and packaging and gifts and all that crazy fun stuff. So there you have that. That's cute. It's loaded, but it needs to be decorated. I think it'd be fun to have it decorated, or you don't have to. I mean, it's totally up to you what you want to do. Sorry I didn't get any further, but I will, you know. You're right. I should have got these cut, but I just don't have the extra energy for that. So I kind of got to do it during a video. But I'll try to have everything ready for the next video. Be a little better organized. And then, of course, we also have the bigger version if you want to use scrapbook paper, because that's what you have. I don't want you to be discouraged. You know, if you don't have digitals, go get your scrapbook paper. Go get whatever you're used to working with, you know. Junk mail, anything, magazines, newspapers, wrapping paper would be great, you know. You can make these with wrapping paper. You can use construction paper. You can use cardstock, you know, whatever you want to use. So there you have our little Merry Monday, and it's also our Stack Your Stash. So I hope you enjoyed this crazy off the wall video, and I will see you all very soon. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.